Hey guys, it's Roxanne. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. For today's look, I was super inspired by this Stila liquid eyeshadow. I loved it so much, so I just wanted to create a look using it. And if you guys want to see how I got this look, then go ahead and keep watching. Alright guys, so for today's look, I was inspired by one of the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows. It looks like so. It's very when you look in the bottle, it just looks white, but I put it on my hand and I blended it out, and it was very iridescent. It made me think of fairies or something, like fairy dust. So I wanted to create a look based off of the Stila glitter. Alright, so for today's look, I'm going to be using the James Charles palettes. And I kind of want to use these blue shades here. And then kind of incorporate this with it. I don't know, I feel like the blue will bring it out more. Bring the glitter out more. Alright, so from the palette, I'm going to be using the shade Tune as my transition shade. I'm just gonna put that all in my crease and then bring it down a little to the outer corner. I'm gonna bring that transition shade a little high, to my brow bone area. Alright, so for my transition shade, I went in with this color here. It is called Tune. I used that one. And then now with a smaller brush, I am going to go in with Playground right here. It's this baby blue shade. It makes me think of I don't know if you guys ever had those ice creams. When I was little, we would call them bowlies, and they were double-ended, so you would freeze them and then you can just crack them. And then you'll have two ice creams, and they have different colors. It was more like an icy type of ice cream. It wasn't milky or nothing. It was you know when you get shaved ice and then they put that flavor in, that liquid flavor? It was like that, but already made. So I don't know, that's what Playground makes me think of. I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and dip in. I'm gonna start off with a little because I don't know how this shade is. This is gonna be one of my main shades, so I wanna get it right. So I'm going to start off with a little. Okay. Alright, so I'm actually going to take a smaller brush because I kind of want to pack the color on and then blend it out. This is my Luxie 131 mini angled brush. So I want to pack the color on here. Okay, and then I want to put it in my crease, and I'm not going to blend it, I'm just going to pack it. So when I take that fluffy brush, I can just blend the whole color out. And I don't want to get it on my lid. I kind of want to keep my lid bare because that's where I'm going to put the Stila shadow. And then we could just bring it down here as well. Okay, so we have the color packed on right now. It looks a bit crazy, but now we're gonna go back in with that fluffy brush. And I always like to blow out my look, so I'm just gonna bring it out here and just blend that shade out so we don't have the harsh line anymore. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing with the other eye. Just pack that color on and put it in the crease. I place it where I want it to end, so I know to not go below. All right, so now we're gonna blend it out just like we did with the other side. All right, so now I'm gonna take my Luxie 121 mini tapered brush. When you do looks like this, when you're playing with colors or things you're not used to, it's always good to go in with smaller brushes because you can really get detailed with it and it won't be everywhere. So I'm going to take this color right here. It's called Brother. Just to deepen the look. I'm going to start off with a little. And I'm going to start packing that on the outer corner. Then bring it into the crease, but make sure none on the lid. Still want it bare. I'm just gonna be blending it out like up and down, but doing it circular, but going up and down. Something I've been doing lately is just stamping the color on first and then blending it out. All right, so now once I've got it to a color that I like and how deep I want it, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. And just bring it into the crease. Now once we're done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Luxie 141 brush. It's a mini round brush. It's even smaller than the last one. Alrighty, and then on that brush, I'm gonna go ahead and take Cola right here. It's a deeper blue shade. And I'm gonna take a tiny bit on here. I'm gonna focus that like really only right here on the outer corner. I'm not gonna blow it out with that color. I just want this one to open my eyes more and give the look more dimension. With these ones, I usually just stamp it on the outer corner. Kind of like making a C with it to cut my eye. And then I'll do tiny, tiny blending motions. I'm gonna take the Luxie 121 brush and just blend out the edges. This is the brush that I used for Brother. Right, and then just do the same thing with the other eye. Alright, now, so I'm going to take the brush that I first used for the transition shade, which is my Morphe E13 brush. I'm going to go ahead and dip back into Tune. Just take off the extra. I want very little on the brush. And I'm just going to go around the edges. Just to kind of blend it out a little bit more. Alright, so this is how it looks so far. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with that Stila eyeshadow. It is called Perlina. Does it even sound like a fairy name? Alright, so I'm going to take that Stila eyeshadow on my Tarte Unicorn brush. It's a flat brush. I'm not going to go in directly with it because I kind of want to give it more of a blended look and not so chunky, I guess, because if I were to just go straight in, it's just like, it's not gonna look iridescent how it looks when it's blended out. And right here, I'm just gonna shade it back and forth so it blends in with those shades. So pretty. Kind of makes my eye, like my eyelid, look wet. I love it. Alright, so I am going to be putting on lashes, of course. With this look, it deserves lashes, I feel. So I'm going to take my Smashbox Always On Gel Liner. I think it's called Fishnet. I'm just going to line my eyeballs. Alright, so now I don't know if I'm gonna wing it, but I know for sure I'm just gonna line my lash line. Can't think of the name. I'm gonna line my lash line with my Inglot number 77 gel liner. You know what? I'm just gonna wing it out. I feel like when I do liner, I can't breathe. feel so out of breath now, jeez. This is giving me life, guys. Alright, so I am going to throw on some lashes. I don't want to put on dramatic lashes because I kind of want the eyes to be the main focus. So I'm probably going to put on my most natural lashes that I own, which will be the Kiss lashes in number 11. So I will be right back. All right, so now that the lashes are on, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face. So I'm gonna take my my e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. Ooh, that is a mouthful. So I'm gonna give it a little shake. Alrighty. I've been loving this foundation lately. If you have oily skin with this foundation, I would suggest using a mattifying primer underneath, because I get oily in my T-zone area, and like within a couple hours I will start getting really oily, like all like here, you know, in the T-zone area. So like with me, I'm used to having oily skin, so I always keep like the blotting papers in there. Then I'll take like a powder with me, and then I'll take my beauty blender little puff. So what I usually do first is I'll take my little blotting papers and I'll put them in my oily areas. Then I'll take my beauty blender puff, it's double-sided. So this side I will dip into the powder and place it in the areas that I want it at, which is my oily areas. Then, you know, your little fingers go here first, and then you just place it. And then what you do is you flip this over, and then this side presses in the powder, and you just push it in, and it looks fine. But always make sure that you use the blotting papers first, because if you just go into the powder and then this, it's gonna kind of make it look more cakey. You want to make sure that you really suck off the oils first and then go in with your powder. That little thing is really handy. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with my NARS Biscuit Concealer. All right, so now I'm gonna take my Kylie powder, go in with my beauty sponge from Morphe. I'm just gonna look up and then press the powder in. The moisture from the sponge really like melts it into the skin to give it more like of a natural look. I don't like it's not good when the powder is like just sitting on top of your face. This will really help that. And I always like to put a little extra powder in my T-zone area to really keep the oil control as long as possible. So now that we are all powdered up and snatched, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Morphe M523 brush and take my bronzer. I'm just gonna bronze up the face. And I like to bring my bronzer around my temples just to make it look all bronzy all around. I always just take it under my chinny chin and jaw. I usually don't contour my nose, but I kind of want to today. So I'm gonna take my BH Cosmetics, it's an angled brush. And then just get some on there, get some of the bronzer on there. Then if I ever do contour my nose, I always start like right here under my brow. And then I always like to put mine right here under. Then you can also just bring it on the top of your nose. Alright, so for blush, I kind of want to just keep it like more like a bronzy blush and not so much a pink because of the eyes. So I'm going to take my Tarte Feisty blush. Take that on my Luxie 522 brush. Just coat that. All right, and then whatever is left on my brush, I just take it everywhere else on my face. I like how I said I wanted to keep the blush like very calm, and then it just kind of turned out like this, but whatever, it's fine. Blush is always the first thing to go, so it's fine. I'm gonna take my Maybelline Molten Gold highlighter. Of course, as always, on my sponge. Alright, so before I finish off the face, I'm just gonna go ahead and spray my face. Take my Morphe setting spray. Alright, so now for the lips, I want to keep it very nude because the eyes are the star of the show. Alright, so we're gonna mix a couple things. First, I'm gonna line my whole outer lips. I'm gonna line my lips with my Kylie Cosmetics lip liner in Dolce K. Oh my god, her lip liners are so creamy. It like just glides on. Alright, I'm just gonna bring that a little bit in. So now, once that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Total Taupe and just lay this on my lips, and I'm just gonna do this on the outer corner areas. Love when this looks. So now I'm gonna take my MAC lipstick in A Girl's Got Names. She does. And now I'm just gonna put this right here in the center. So pretty. And I just pat on the outside. Take my finger and then pat it in a little bit more. Same for the top. Just place it on there and then pat it in. This lip turned out a little more gray than I expected, but I feel like it kind of goes with it. You know, I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little fluffy brush and go in with that Tune shade just to kind of brighten up the under eye here. Alright, now I'm just gonna coat my lashes, my lower lashes. Oh yeah, and then look what Bear did. He bit the top off. Still works though. Alright, so I went very light with the mascara. Inner corner highlight. Alright, now, so for my inner corner highlight, I'm gonna take this shade here. It's called Ring Lights. And just take that. Cute. So now I'm going to take a little bit on my brush, kind of like whatever's left on it, and just put that right under the brow bone. And every time I wear a ponytail, I like to just kind of like mess with the front here, and it just to bring some hairs down so my hair doesn't look like I didn't try, even though, yeah, I really didn't. Trying to make it look like I tried a little. Jeez. My hair's all knotted. Alright guys, so that is it for today's video. I had so much fun creating this look. It's, I think, the first time I've ever like played with blue the way I did today. But if you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a big fat thumbs up, and then don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. And thank you so much for taking the time out of your beautiful day to watch my videos. I really appreciate it. Trust me, I do. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.